Contemplation for the week. Does a sovereign being tell another sovereign being how to think, act, or behave? Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Karma Cards. So, we're going through a great awakening. What does that mean? It means our consciousness is constantly up-leveling. For as we're ascending in energy, what we're doing is ascending in consciousness. So in order for us to be able to fully have this experience, not only do we have to awaken, but we have to integrate this new level of consciousness as it comes through. And we keep awakening to another level and another level. So we have to integrate as we go along. So what does that mean? What does it mean to integrate new levels of consciousness? And I feel like part of what this means is slowing down, accepting what we're learning, and surrendering to the process. That means we're just allowing what's coming through. For example, if you're doing personal growth work and you awaken to an understanding that your ego is actually the one getting in the way, right? And that's usually what it is. Some aspect of our ego is getting in the way. But let's say you really want to break through to another level of success or personal growth, and you've gone through the gamut of thinking maybe it was this experience with this other person, maybe it's this other thing, and you find out it's actually you in the way, your own ego. That's awakening right there. Integrating is when you're allowing and accepting that that is the case, that yes, it's been my ego. That is what's been stopping me. That's what's been getting in my way. Integration is when you accept that, you take that in, right? You no longer deny it. You no longer try to force that ego into a box or try to get rid of it or cut it out. You're not in denial of it. Instead, you're in this full acceptance. And you're like, if I have this understanding now, if I allow this in, that yes, this is what's been operating, and I let myself sit with that, right? And that means you're going to experience all the emotions that come with whatever's integrating. So first there might be anger or disappointment or sadness or depression or grief, lots of tears about the new awareness, the new consciousness that's coming through. That's part of integration, right? But then what you're allowing is, now I know, right? That's where integration comes in, is not only am I aware of it now, I know this operates. And the consciousness and the integration provides this understanding that I accept that this operates, right? That's what integration looks like. It's not shutting something out, it's actually bringing it in and bringing it into full awareness. I accept this operates, and yet this is what I desire. This is what I consciously choose. And I consciously choose this knowing that this other aspect operates. It's going to come up. It's going to try and, get in my way, block me. And I'm going to allow myself to see it now. That's integration. When you can make your choices and see what's operating, and then choose consciously where you want to go next. So the reason I bring all this up is because we are stepping up in energy all the time. We're getting closer to another very spiritual window opening and activating with the Lion's Gate on August 8th. We're in a spiritual cleanup time where we've got all these massive, right, the planets on the outer perimeter are now working to open us up to that awareness of what's blocking us spiritually. The interesting thing here is that part of moving through whatever you're finding isn't about trying to cut it out or get rid of it. It's really about acceptance and embracing and bringing it in and letting it become part of the power structure rather than part of a power struggle. So during this time period, You want to be gentle with yourself, because integration is much, much more difficult than awakening. Awakening is seeing it, but integration is living it. So during this time, we're being asked to be more gentle with ourselves. We're being asked to ask ourselves, what do you need right now? Some of us integrate more easily in our sleep. So you might find that you need more naps right now. You need to, you're sleeping in longer. All of this is part of that process of slowing down, taking in, and assimilating information. So be gentle with yourself and easy on yourself if you find that you don't have all this perky energy right now to really get things done. You might get a little burst here, but then have a lot of integrating to do. And that's perfectly normal, and it's part of the process. My team just wants you to know that you're doing an awesome job, and that all parts of this, like we didn't sign up for easy. we did not sign up for easy when we signed up for Earth. And every soul that's in a wait list right now to come to Earth knows that too. You're not signing up for easy. You're signing up for deep embodiment of the knowing, of the knowledge of who and what you really are. And that is big work. So while you're here experiencing everything that life is bringing to you, know that this is big work that you're doing. It's your life, right? Our ego likes to tell us that our life is mundane. Unless we're doing something exciting and big and we're really out there in the world, then you're a little mundane life. And that's not true. The universe wants you to know you're a very key and important part of this, of the entire structure of Source. And the work that you're doing here is big, deep work, and you were hand selected to do it because you've got the chops, baby. You got the chops. So with that, let's go into Karma Cards. If you're new to Karma Cards, let me quickly show you how this works. I have 3 decks here: planets, signs of the zodiac, and houses of astrology. And I've already asked my team, what is the message you have for us this week? I've got 2 sets of answers. One are action-related answers, and the other is outcome-related answers. And all you do to play is tune in intuitively to whether you need action-related answers or outcome-related answers. And of course, you can always choose both. While you're tuning in, let me tell you the timing for this reading is for today, July 28th through August 4th. And the flavor of this reading, we have Venus, one of our benefic planets, planet of love, in the sign of Capricorn, which represents manifesting ability, in the 9th house, which happens to be ruled by Sagittarius, which is all about your higher self, your higher intelligence, and connecting to long-term thinking. And I'm talking like galactic thinking, okay? All right, so for those who are choosing action, your spiritual action at this time, cherish your goals as if it or they came from God. They did. Okay, so we're talking about, who do you think sets goals in your life? Your higher self, right? Your higher self is the closest version of your soul, right next to God, right next to Source. It's one step away from full integration with Source again. So God's always in us, God's running through us, but our soul's on a unique path and trajectory. Our higher self is one step away from going right back into Source. So your goals come from your higher self, those things that you wish to achieve, even if it's just harmony and peace in your life, that's from your higher self. Cherish that. That is direct information from the highest part of your soul. Mental action at this time. Enjoy the day-to-day reality of the philosophies and laws involved. So, like I said, we're going through this level, we're awakening, we're going into higher levels of consciousness, we are integrating this. This is going to cause us to be more introspective naturally. You're introspective right now, maybe more so than usual. If you're a naturally introspective person, you're deep in there. So they're saying like this is a time to really like just allow yourself to fully get immersed into thinking about what are the cosmic laws, right? What is the philosophy of source itself? Contemplate that, enjoy that time. Physical action at this time. Charm, art, and beauty are the way to use the most business-like way and do it in a big way. Okay? So you catch more flies with honey, right? Charm, art, and beauty are the way to use the most business-like way. So right now what they're saying is the most professional way forward is also the most elegant and charming way forward. And to do that in a big way. So this is a time period of high self-expression. We are in the sun is in Leo right now, which is a self-expressive sign. It's a sign of creativity, right? And so this is like, it's letting you flourish, right? It's really letting you be that beautiful, expressive, free spirit that you are. And to really, and know that like everything you need right now can be gotten through that type of energy right now. You don't have to play small. You don't have to dim it down. Allow yourself to fully express that unique, beautiful energy that is you, right? Let's look at the outcomes for this week. So for those choosing outcome in Venus in Capricorn in the 9th house of expansion, your spiritual outcome at this time is the attraction of dedication to achieve spiritual values. All right, the attraction of dedication to receive spiritual values. So just like the message that came through earlier about integration, that is dedication, right? You're aware, you're awake, you see now how things operate, especially in your own psyche, especially in your own life. And now is the time to embrace. We accept and embrace first, because we cannot make changes to what we don't accept and take responsibility for. So that dedication to want to integrate is available at this time, and it increases that spiritual understanding, spiritual potency, which then increases spiritual values. Your mental outcome at this time: pleasure from focusing on long-range thinking or travel. Pleasure from focusing on long-range thinking or travel. I like this. I was actually doing this earlier today. I went super long range, okay? I was talking with someone. We were going into the future where the ascension event, whatever it is, the solar event, whatever have you, happens. And we were thinking about, okay, what happens next? And I was pointing out to her that all timelines and probabilities exist, right? In the quantum field, all possibilities that you can even think of exist. So we went and we played out, spent time contemplating what it would look like. What's the best feeling version look like? And we really went in there, and both of us got emotionally excited and happy about the probability and the possibility of our future, and going to the highest timeline and spending that energy there. And it really did bring that pleasure. So they're saying you do that too. Go to the highest timeline. Think about what is to come. What is the greatness to come for humanity? What does that look like? Picture it, be in it, emotionally invest in it, and feel the pleasure that you will receive from spending time in that energy. Physical outcome at this time: good things resulting from the rules imposed by what is to be shared. The rules imposed by what is to be shared. So Capricorn is a sign of structure, and that's the language it's going to talk through. So the rules. When I think about it in terms of what the overall message is, I think about what the universal laws are. And the greatest universal law is one universal law. We are one, right? And everything else is in the law of one, they say it's a distortion of the original law, which is we are all one. We're one being, we're one. We are source together. So good times resulting from the rules imposed by that, if you come from that place of we are one, we are all source, that is what we share. And we are all here giving a version of the human experience. We're all here giving a version of what it is like to physically embody who you are. And when you allow that to be, right, and I asked you at the beginning, the very beginning, I said, the contemplation point is, does a sovereign being tell another sovereign being how to think, how to act, what to do? Do you need to? If you're one being, right? Are the heart cells telling the lungs what to do? The lung cells what to do, right? Are the cells in the face telling the cells in the feet what to do? Or are they harmoniously coexisting together to create one body? Right? So when we allow ourselves to be okay with every other sovereign being's existence, we feel better because we are trusting on a more intrinsic level, a higher knowledge, a higher frequency, a higher understanding, right? Whether or not we're seeing that playing out on the physical plane yet, we don't really need to worry about that. Get connected to the truth. The truth is we are all one, and everybody's got a job. Everybody's got a part to play. And if we allow that to happen, right, this is where the magic of what comes next will occur. So we can experience good times right now by allowing ourselves to go back to the golden rule, right? Do unto others as you would have done to you. Treat others the way you want to be treated. If you want someone telling you how to think, act, or behave, go ahead. Go ahead and do that, because that's what you're asking for and that's what you'll get back, right? But if you want to be respected and seen as an individual free to make their own choices, then that is what we must grant to others. So we do unto others as we would have done to us. So with that, I hope that you have a beautiful week. Great job. This is big work you're doing. It's not a small thing. Your life is important, and what you're doing is deeply, deeply compelling to the universe. And there's so much love for you for being here. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell so that you know the next time I release a new video. Until then, stay magical.